and welcome to Soul Babes Craft and Creations. I am Louise, and today is the last day of March. So, today is Craft Yourself Free. Now, this is the brainchild of Sam from Manford's Makes and Christina from Bella Uncinetto. There are quite a few channels that are doing like stash downs and basically you keep a record of what you're doing. And I quite like the way that Sam and Christina have set theirs out. Basically, whatever makes you happy and sets you free is permissible to put in um your calculations. And you can do your calculations however you want to do it. There is no competition. It's just a way of you seeing for yourself how well you are doing and what you are using in your crafting world. And that crafting can be, it doesn't have to just be crochet or knitting. It could be gardening or reading or making jigsaws or building things from Lego. It can be absolutely anything that you are feeling happy, that's making you feel better within yourself. So, mine. Well, mine basically is all the crafts that I show on my channel. There are a few that I don't show on my channel, but as yet, I haven't really been working on them this year. I will be when I can find some time to be able to do so. But as I say, it's something when I feel like doing it, when I need to do something that is going to make me feel happy by doing that particular craft that I'm waiting to do. So, anyway, most of it is stuff that's on my channel. So, during this video, I will have up here will be photos of all the things that I have made. I'm just doing a gradual scroll through of everything. I've photographed it all rather than me actually showing you the items. For some of them, I don't still have. I have some of the items the grandson now has and is happily playing with. So it's better that I take photos and show the photos. So we will start with my Monday mag my Monday segment, which is Magazine Makes Monday. In that segment, I am making blankets for charity. And I am working from several publications. And each week I draw out from whichever set of publications I'm using that particular week. And I make the items and then put it through on the next one. So, right, with that being the situation, I have for Monday, I have done 10 stitch segments in the stitch sample strips, 24 separate motifs, not all of them squares, but 24 separate motifs. I have used 407 grams or 14.35 ounces of yarn to make those segments, to make those stitches or motifs. Then we go over to my Tuesday segment, and Tuesday is Tunisian Tuesday. And again, I am making blankets for charity. And each week I am drawing out 3, and I am working from 4 channels that have Tunisian tutorials on their channels. And those channels are Jayda in Stitches, Nina's Knots Crochet, TL Yarn Crafts, and MDL Crochet. So again, making blankets, and most of those are stitches that go into stitch sample strips, which once I've made 4 strips, go together to make a blanket. So I have in March I have made 14 stitch segments and 1 separate motif, which have totaled to 127 grams or 4.48 ounces. Then we come to my work on a whip, which is my Wednesday segment, or one of my Wednesday segments. Now, that I have completed the cinnamon stitches poncho stroke top because I didn't like the way it was going as a poncho, so I changed it and decided to do it as a top. And then decided I didn't like that either, but you'll see from the picture, yeah, I wasn't happy about it. So at the moment, it's been put in time out. As far as I'm concerned, it's complete. It's finished. I finished it as the, the thing, but not happy with it, and it may end up being frogged and redone at some point. And when I do, if I do, when I do, I will show the complete once I've finished doing. So as far as it's concerned at the moment for the channel, it's complete. But it's currently been put in a box to the side waiting for me to either deal with it or frog it. Don't know yet what I'm doing. But I finished that, and I've also done 2 weeks during this during March that I have drawn out squares from the Sirens Atlas blanket. So I've made 4 squares from the Sirens Atlas blanket. So they total between all of them together. So that's 5 items with 739 grams or 26.06 ounces. So when I do the redo of the top, I will make sure that I use that amount of yarn, which was 685 grams. So I will make sure that I use that amount of yarn. If I use more than that, it will get added later on in the year. If it gets done at all this year, it will get added later. Right, then we come to one of my Thursday segments, which is my diamond art. And this year it's small landscape pictures that I'm doing. And I finally completed landscape number 2. That is 20 grams or 0.71 ounces. Then we go on to my Friday segment. My Friday segment is amigurumi, and I am currently working from the Not Monsters Chemistry Edition by Micheal Ko book, which I have electronically on my Kindle. And I have, in the month of March, made 4 items from the book, totaling 72 grams, which is 2.53 ounces. Then we go over to the external segments that I'm participating in somebody else's segments. And we have the Woobling Wednesdays, which is a collab with Missi from Missy's Yarniverse and More, Rainee from the Woolly Llama Shop, and Patricia from Yarny Cat Crochet. Anybody that I mention, I will be putting in the description box below. Excuse me. I need to have a drink, actually. Give me a second. Oh, that tea was a little bit hot, but that's fine. Sort of clearing the throat a little, but that's better. Okay, right. So I have, in March, I have made 8 separate woobles. Well, not actual woobles. They're on their channels. They are putting up free patterns that are either tutorials or written patterns that make something similar to what they are making, whether it's a Woobles kit or another kit that they have purchased, and then we're able to make something similar to what they've made. So I have made 8, which total 330 grams or 11.64 ounces. So that's not too bad. And then I have been also continuing to work on the dishcloths from Duck Duck Dishcloth. And this is a segment that has been created by Missi from Missy's Yarniverse and More. And you'll have to go over to her channel and find out more about where the ducks come in and what we're doing. But we're working from a book called The Little Encyclopedia of Dishcloths, and we're making dishcloths. Now, I was in catch-up mode in March because this was started in January, but I didn't start until middle of February. So I still had a bit of catching up to do. So I am now caught up. And the ones that we've done now are I've made 6 more from in March, totaling 188 grams or 6.64 ounces. Now, the only other thing that I've got left is on my If It's, which is my Sunday segment, where I can do anything. It could be anything that hasn't already got a segment, I will put on my Sunday. And I made a couple of weeks ago now, I made some extra large pencil cases or Notion pouches or, well, basically zip up bag type things without handles. They're just sort of, like I say, pencil cases, Notions cases, whatever. I made 2 extra large ones using scrap balls of yarn, scrap bits of yarn, because I went through my scrap bucket and I had lots of little tiny bits of, but not tiny enough that they could be just put into my stuffing pot, but too big to put in my stuffing pot, but not big enough to do much more than half a dozen stitches out of it. So I put them all together. I just picked out in rainbow order the small balls and just made it into these big pencil cases things. So I made 2, totaling 193 grams, or 6.81 ounces. So for the month of March, I have used a total of 2,076 grams, or 73.22 ounces. Now that is also made up because, like I say, the resin art isn't yarn. So I take the resin art and diamond art and all of that. I take out of the total figure. So the total figure of fiber art usage is 2,056 grams, or 72.51 ounces. And then the diamond art usage is 20 grams, or 0.71 ounces. Okay, it's minimal, but as happened last year, come December, when I do a lot more diamond art, a lot more resin art, a lot more other stuff, that those figures come more into play. So yes, it's been a good month. Another sort of, by the look of it, another 60% of another 30%, sorry, 30% of last month's has been added to this month's. So yeah, doing pretty well. So we will see what happens for April. I'm so tired. It's so near the end of the day that I'm now getting tired. But yes. So we will see what my figures are for April. Now, as I have said in yesterday's and today's main videos, I'm taking a break from recording. I'm not taking a break from actually doing any of the work as such. I'm just doing it a little more time wise, because I have several doctor's appointments, and it's not just my appointments, they are also my son's appointments. And with him being autistic, he has to have someone go with him to all of these appointments. So, and they tend to take a lot out of me. Just getting to these appointments takes a lot of energy out of me. So rather than trying to push myself and trying to get more videos done as quick as possible, I'm saying, right, I'm going to take a step back from doing videos. I will do the work, but take my time. So the next 2 weeks that I will be taking my time, and I will be returning to doing videos. So I will be taking the break from this coming Sunday, which is the 5th of April, and coming back on the 19th of April. So hopefully by then I will have completed some of the other things, like my socks for Saturday. I'm hoping to finish by then. I'm also hoping to finish some of my knitting, or certainly finish one of the scarves out of all the ones that I've now been asked to do. So I'm hoping to at least get that one finished, and maybe get on with some of the other bits and pieces. I know I will definitely get all of the things that will get drawn out for this week. But whether I get the extras done is whether I get the extras done. Also, the week that I do come back to having the videos on will also be the day, well, I will have the grandson here for the week during that week. Um, so my intention is to record slightly ahead. So hopefully I can get things finished so that I can record ahead and get the videos up on the channel before he gets here. I should hopefully do so. So, with that all being said and done for today, and my figures being put out there, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I'll see you all soon.